Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Life, Law, Bin. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Boy, it feels good to be back. It feels good to be talking to you again. We had a little break for a little while, only because I was getting called to the bar. I was also working and things were a bit hectic for a little bit. So we had a short break, but I'm back. I'm back with more content and some pretty good information to share with you today, and I'm excited to be back. So it's good to see you guys again. Thanks for watching, all of my viewers. Please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Now, today I want to talk about call to the bar. So I've been called to the bar in October. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the process and what that means to be called. So let's start from the beginning. Well, for me, or my inn of court, Gray's Inn, would always ask us to just indicate the time period or the date that you'd like to be called once you complete your bar course and once you complete the required qualifying sessions. So I knew I had my results and I knew I had finished my qualifying session, so I elected to be called in October. Now, the process is you usually write up a form, an electronic form, and send it back to Grays. And it has questions, including things about, whether or not you have a criminal record, basically to just ascertain if you're fit to be called to the bar. Now, that's the pretty easy part. The next part of the process was that I had to pay £23 for a database check. Now, I do know that quite a few people that have been called to the bar in the past didn't have to go through this database check. It does seem as though it's a brand new, shiny kind of policy. So you do have to pay for that. Now, on that form, it was a UK database check only. I'll speak in a minute about the international check. But on that form, they ask you things like your name, your birth, your nationality details, other birth data, your address history in the UK. So I've been here since September 2017, so they'd want to know all the places you've lived and your UK national insurance number and stuff like a declaration, again, if you have any criminal records, but they have to run that check on you. They also ask you to nominate some documents to send to for a check because they don't just want you to send pictures. They actually want to see those originals. So I sent my biometric residence permit information, my passport details, um, and a bill. Yeah, a phone bill I sent. Now, just a disclaimer, they usually do accept driver's licenses, but they don't accept international driving licenses unless you've lived here for less than 12 months. That's not the case for me, so I couldn't send my Barbadian driver's license. Um, you'd have to send a UK one. No, in terms of that's the UK database check done. I didn't have any issues with that. That came back within the time frame it was supposed to come back in. The other element was Mighton wanted us, because I'm an international student, to do an international database check. Now, this price will vary according to the country that you're from. And for Barbados, I had to pay £75 and 60 pence for my database check. Um, so in total, I guess for the whole DBS, I'd say it was approximately £98 and 60 pence or so. And that's why I had to pay. Now, that part of the process was a bit frustrating because they had links to different things. I had to get a certificate. I think it was a police certificate of character. But whatever it was, that particular provider or platform that I had to go through didn't have the accurate links to things in Barbados. So it was quite frustrating. And after a lot of conversations with that provider, things, things never really worked out really in that regard. I actually had to spend, I believe, £84 going to get fingerprints ran as well. And I had to travel to that place because it's only specific police stations that do that. And I obviously had to pay a postage fee of about £6.85 to send it over to the place. Now, one thing about my inn, Grace was super supportive in this, I'll call it a bit of a fiasco because I was liaising with the person that set up the platform for this international database check. And the thing about it was they couldn't resolve the technical issues that they were having. I tried to resolve it in order to complete the form on a Mac. I tried to resolve it on on my Mac. I tried to resolve it on a Windows computer. I tried a Lenovo computer. Nothing would work. I tried Chrome. I did everything they asked for, but their links were just broken. No, my inn was super supportive, and my inn decided, well, we already have your database check from the UK, everything is fine. And I believe at that time the Bar Standards Board left it in the discretion of the inn to decide if a waiver can apply to you. Now, because I was going through that for such a very long period of time and my database check was fine, the inn decided that it was okay to waive that aspect of my database check in terms of the international aspect. That's something I don't know how long the Bar Standards Board will allow, but I believe they do give INS the discretion to navigate those kind of situations because it's obviously a different kind of terrain and different kind of problems trying to get documents from international students' home countries. So that's I'd say the theoretical or the paper-based process of getting called to the inn. In terms of the close, I'd say being called, everything to do with the bar is quite a bit of a pricey venture. You have the option of renting a gown. I believe that would be approximately £50. You can shop around with different stores. Most of the time, the inn gives you a list of different options. So I know there's Ivy and Normanton. And I also know that there is Eden Ravencroft. Um, yeah, Eden Ravenscroft. That's where I got my gown from. So they're different legal shops that you can get your clothes from. So the gown you can either rent that for approximately £50 or you can purchase it. I believe it can go up to, £199 or more if you purchase it. It's sent to your home. Mine was sent to my home. And once you purchase a gown, you also get the rental for free on the day. So I think they only charge you about maybe £2 or they just give it to you for free, which means if you're coming in from London, so you live away from London, you're coming in, you can easily just, not bring the gown you've purchased. You can just pick it up from the inn on your day of call. But I purchased my gown because obviously I feel like I'll definitely be using it in the long run. So I just purchased my gown and I walked with it from Leeds to London. In terms of the shirt, you have to get up a particular kind of shirt. The inns usually, well, my inn specifically, would give us guidance on what you should be wearing. So I bought a collarette, a classic lace collarette, which costs about £19.99. And I bought a tunic shirt with French cuffs, a white tunic shirt with French cuffs, and that cost me about 59.99. So that's basically the clothes done. Don't forget you also have to have a dark suit to go over it. In terms of the call ceremony, I paid about £103 for myself and I paid about £30 per guest. It was just my parents, so it's about £60. Now, in terms of the wig, that's usually optional for most inns. Grace wasn't fussed about it at all, so it's up to you if you want to wear the wig or not. Most of us, most of the colleagues, we wore the wig only for our photo op, or just to have at least one photo with that traditional wig. But it's really up to you. So for the majority of the evening, none of us were really walking around with that wig. Some of us only put it on, as I said, for a professional photographs or just for a photo opportunity. But, consult with your inn, find out if a wig is necessary for your call to the bar. And if it is, those legal shops that I called before, if you shop around, usually do rent. Now let's move to the day of call. This is just exciting, isn't it? Because you get to invite your parents or your loved ones to watch you get called. Probably one of your proudest moments. So it's an exciting one. And what it really entails is you bring your family, you bring your loved ones to see you in a really proud moment. So it was really a day of socializing with my peers and networking with peers and members of the bar and the bench, and also finding out how to be called. And Grace was quite laid back, sorry, with us. So it was a situation where you come with your parents, you can relax a bit around the at the bridge bar, you get a drink or two, and then we could have gone to the to a church service before the actual ceremony, and then after that we go to our point of assembly for other colleagues, really and truly, and we're told how what the procedure is, and how we should be called. So that's really a quick rundown of how call to the bar went. And it really was an exciting day. I did enjoy myself. Now let's get to grips with a few terms or terminologies. So you've been called to the bar. Now what? So just looking at some terminologies. If you don't have pupillage yet, or you haven't completed your practicing certificate, well, you haven't achieved your practicing certificate, which is usually obtained via pupillage, then you're an unregistered barrister. And an unregistered barrister is a barrister who has been called to the bar by an inn of court and has not subsequently ceased to be a member of the bar, but who does not hold a practicing certificate. Now, pursuant to the Legal Services Act 2007, an unregistered barrister is able to supply legal services, but must not engage in any reserved legal activities. Now, reserved legal activities include exercising rights of audience and conducting litigation. So, we as unregistered barristers are allowed to represent a client at a tribunal hearing, um, since this does not involve any exercise of a right of audience or in chambers, really and truly. So, pursuant to the Bar Standards Board Handbook, when an unregistered barrister provides legal services, we still have to comply with the core duties. We have to comply with Rule 4 in the handbook, 5, 19, 144, and 145. And I'm sure you'll probably be seeing these rules displayed right about now or so. Now, this is very important. It is not permitted by the Bar Standards Board to practice as a barrister unless you hold a practicing certificate. If you hold yourself out as a barrister whilst providing legal services, this would amount to practicing as a barrister, and this is a crime in line with that Legal Services Act. So unregistered barristers have to be careful not to use that terminology. The BSB Bar Standards Board does not allow descriptions such as non-practicing barrister to be used or a barrister at law, as they may easily confuse clients or prospective clients to the status of the individual and its associated safeguards. Now, I've said that. Um, what are the benefits of getting called even if you don't have pupillage? Well, for me as a Caribbean woman, I think there are wide prospects because you're still seen as an attorney in other jurisdictions subject to certain conversions. So, for example, you do have that window of opportunity open to you now because you are a member of the legal fraternity, you are a member of the bar, and you do have that opportunity to possibly apply for jobs in other jurisdictions. Now, if I wanted to practice as an attorney at home, which is in Barbados, BIM, I would have to undergo a conversion course. Now, this wouldn't be the same course that is done at Hewitt Law School for those persons who are trying to become an attorney. It would be a different course. It's the 6 month conversion. for that course is specifically for persons who are already attorneys, but they're just basically acquainting you with the legal knowledge of the jurisdiction. You also have the opportunity to practice in other islands, such as the BVI, automatically once being called to the bar. In England and Wales, you can practice as an attorney immediately in places like the BVI or St. Louis. There are quite a few islands that you can do that. So I believe that it's still very, very beneficial to get called to the bar. You never want to limit your prospects, and even here and abroad. Now, I just want to say good luck to all those people applying for pupillage in this upcoming season. I know that you all will be doing well. Um, so just continue to shine, continue to believe in yourself, and let's keep grinding and let's keep cracking on in order to achieve our goals. Now, do keep an eye out on the channel because I do have some more interesting content coming your way as it pertains to actually working in the law, getting to grips with the realities of the law and how that really plays in or works in practice. So thanks everyone. Thanks for listening to this video and for watching. It's always a pleasure to engage with my audience. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And you should probably be seeing one or two happy pictures of me on call day right about now. Thanks, everybody. It's a pleasure. I'll see you soon. All right.